You like to hear?
Okay. You know, today I'm American Reverend Zachariah A. Jackson from the church. Oh, what's happening now? And I'm out in the community. I'm downtown Newark, New Jersey, talking to Mr. Hollywood.
All right.
Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Ron Starr Hollywood.
Ron Starr Hollywood. Now, what did that mean by Ron Starr?
Well, I was a designer, struggling designer at one point.
Okay.
And Ron Starr was a stage name.
All right.
So that I could get the attention of the media in New York.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So what are some of the things that Mr. Ron Starr Hollywood have done?
Well, I try to come up with fantastic creations that will let people know their time is approaching and moving in certain angles, certain types of phenomena.
And what do you mean by that?
But the time was approaching different eras and different moments.
You talk about in terms of fashion and things like that?
Fashion, dance, culture.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And what were some of the dances that you've done?
Well, we did the hustle back in the 70s.
Sure.
And I was a hustle king, and we would throw the ladies in the air and catch them the back of you, and oh boy, we did a lot of stuff. It was phenomenal.
Okay, and you wanted to talk about the fact that you was a trendsetter.
Setter, right.
Setter, yes.
And also that I tried to set the pace for a lot of eras and approaching a lot of markets.
Okay. And have you feel that you accomplished everything that you wanted in life yet?
Not at all.
Okay. Where do you think you're at?
Well, right now, I'm still approaching everything because there were a lot of blocks against a lot of entrepreneurs and black men back in the eras coming through. We couldn't approach the industry like we wanted to.
Okay.
We didn't have any industry power.
Sure. And how do you see that now, Mr. Change?
I see it as the same thing. We're totally at a standstill. We don't have not one black designer that we can call eligible for the couture lifestyle.
But what about the design? Now, I'm not too trendy with designers.
Well, actually, you have like Russell Simmons and all those designers. They're more urban, suburban, fitted. They're not into an elegant market.
Well, remember the designer that he died and his sister took over the business?
But yeah, Willie Smith.
Willie Smith, yeah.
Right, that was casual wear.
Right. Mm-hmm. Willie Ware, I think.
Yeah, Willie Ware. That was more casual, that was more urban, suburban. But that was not haute couture. Haute couture is Italy, Paris, Germany.
Okay. So, why is that so important?
It's very important because as a black future leaders of the industry, and we were told that we couldn't dictate fashion.
Sure.
But we can dictate fashion. So we need to approach this in a top-notch manner.
Sure.
Right, and be received top-notch. We've been blocked from the industry. There are all types of blocks and barriers and stereotypes that won't let you supersede the industry.
Well, again, I don't know much about fashion, and outside of buying some stuff or whatever.
Right.
But it don't seem like that the barriers are there.
You probably don't feel them because they are probably camouflaged in a way that you don't see the actual barrier. But if anyone can call back into your company and name a black designer that's haute couture or elegantly couture, please let them do so and comment as they see fit because there isn't any.
And all right, at this point of challenge, what would Mr. Hollywood do to change that? What is your agreement?
Well, what I would do primarily is to let them know that we are aware of our stipulations and barriers, and now it's time for us to open certain avenues and doors that weren't open in the past. it's been 30 years of struggling, trying to get through a barrier.
Oh, okay.
Right. We're good enough to work the background stuff, but we're not good enough to work up front.
But you would think with all the money that a lot of the artists have accumulated now, we have more minority and black rich people today than we had back 30, 40 years ago.
Well, actually, that might be a true statement, but they don't
think it
reach.
is a true statement.
Okay, but they don't reach out to others. Right. You follow what I'm saying at
Yeah.
all? Yeah, that may be true, but it's to pass back or to bring forward the actual worst part of the whole scenario. If I may quote unquote.
Well, 40 years ago, we didn't have a person like Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
We didn't have a person like Russell Simmons.
Right.
I mean,
That's true.
We
but
have more millionaires today. I know in my day, I think the only millionaire that you could really count would be like Muhammad Ali.
right. Well, take for instance, there are a few designers for the White House, but you don't have any black designers for the White House. Can you name one?
Well, why isn't any black designers?
They're not.
All of
They're not
all
looked
black people
upon.
out there designing clothes. Is
Yeah.
it a choice that they don't choose?
Right. Exactly.
So
You
the
hit
blacks
the nail
are not
right.
choosing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. In other words, there are Chinese designers for the White House. There's
Sure.
Japanese designers. There may be even American designers.
When you say American, what do you are?
Actually, more or less.
White American, you're trying to say?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Well, let me ask you this right here.
But if you heard of a black designer for anybody in the White House, let me know. 'Cause I know of none.
Well,
Hi, how are you?
what you see, what you see a lot of times, that I think that blacks still go through that have a personal syndrome that they don't want to act like they're crowding the room
Right.
with
exactly.
them. And
Exactly.
so as long as they have that syndrome, it's going to be that problem. That's a personal
Right. Exactly.
like you say that they may have Chinese designers and they may have Japanese or whatever,
Right.
Indian designers, East Indian designers. They probably won't have another one that's a design that mirror them because they quote unquote can't handle the pressure that they think is put on.
Exactly.
Whatever that means. Whatever that means.
I agree with that 100%.
So,
Because some of the pressure that's put upon them, they can't see through the barrier.
but is it really pressure or is it them that think that it's pressure? Because I don't think there's no one that's going to be knocking you over. Because no one knocks them over the head and say you got a black, let's say you have a black hairdresser. You understand what I mean?
Well,
No one-
actually, if you're looking to do something, and if your name doesn't sound like it's a foreign name or anything like that, they won't even entertain your idea. None of the fashion reps or anything. I took a whole line from a contractor in New York and try to do piece goods
Sure.
and try to bring them forward into the market. There was no such luck. I mean, I ended up losing my credibility in my line of work, what I struggle hard to work for.
Okay.
Right. So I tried to do a little bit with Macy's in New York, and there was not any background criteria. Now, there was a couple of black designers like Petra Kelly, a Willie Smith, a Brian Lars. They made an impact on the haute couture line of fashion.
Sure.
But that was almost 25 years ago.
Sure.
There hasn't been anything since then.
So then, let me ask you right here, why you guys never teamed up and done something?
Because of each other's envy dwelling amongst themselves.
Were you envious of any of them?
No, none. I knew what I had. I knew what I had to. I knew what I had to do to let the world know that I had what it took to become this.
Okay.
You're right. I had the making. I
Sure.
just didn't have the power
Sure.
behind me. In other words. So I was a big part of the nightlife and I brought my fashion scenes into the nightlife, right, in the clubs. I was a great dancer, they say.
But what do you say?
I was, okay, but I didn't get paid for it, but it's okay.
You didn't know how to make it into a market.
Right, I didn't market
So
it.
you didn't come through the dance schools and things like that?
No, I was self-made.
Okay. So,
A God-made dancer. That was it. I never went to any of the official schools. Yeah, but I was like a, what you would call, biggest dancer that was out at that time. Ben.
I don't.
Yeah, Charles Bronson, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, where are you at now at this time?
Well, right now I'm still on a mission. I'm coming out with a magazine,
Sure.
and hopefully my voice will be heard. It's already patented, and it's called the King of Fashion. So maybe my voice can be heard that way. And the first edition is coming out September 1st.
Oh, no, a few more days.
Right. And by the time of the middle of the month, we'll have a approaching minority fashion magazine again
Okay.
to look forward to.
So do you have any help working with you?
I have here and there help. I could use more.
Okay.
And I could use people who are interested in taking a part of this
Well,
magazine.
if you don't mind that my company will do all the video for you if you need it.
Oh, fantastic.
We'll put you on YouTube and things like that, you know.
Fantastic.
At a very low cost, maybe like $10 an upload.
Okay, that's,
You know,
that's
something very low where you can work with Matt.
oh yeah, well I can definitely do that.
All right, well, how would they reach you?
My number is 862-241-4701. Ron Starr, Hollywood.
Okay. You heard from Ron Starr, Hollywood. A man on a mission. A man that has went from time, almost like a time machine, but continue to go. That's been on the journey. And that's still on that journey.
Yes.
And that journey is to be heard in fashion. You know, I understand how Mr. Ron Starr Hollywood feels, that you would think that a lot of people today that has a prominent job would reach out and hire some of those that look like them. And I kind of understand also too that we still have that, I don't want to crowd the room with people that look like myself. So until we kind of get over that issue,
Exactly.
we will continue to have conversations like what me and Mr. Ron Starr Hollywood has had today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I really appreciate having you. Allow me the chance and opportunity to interview. Again, I'm from Newark, New Jersey. This is Newark, New Jersey. The Reverend Zachariah A. Jackson from the church. Oh, what's happening now? Goodbye.
All right.